Is $3,600 US the new budget for a high-end gaming PC? Thanks to RAM and SSD prices skyrocketing because of the AI boom, I decided to just pull the trigger on a dream build before the components became literally impossible to find. Let's find out if this 2026 powerhouse was worth the pre-tax price, or if you're better off just waiting until the bubble bursts. This is an absolute beast of a gaming computer. It can run any game maxed out. My PC came with 64 gigs of DDR5 RAM, an RTX 5080 graphics card with 16 gigs of VRAM, and an Intel Ultra 7 265KF processor with a 2TB SSD of super fast storage. I bought this PC for less than $5,000 Canadian, or $3,660 US dollars. This machine can run virtual reality systems maxed out, video editing software, rendering software, and the most resource-intensive video games with no issues. New computer! Thank you, bear. Moment of truth. The first startup. If the news is correct about prices going up this year, then I may have saved at least 1,200 Canadian dollars by purchasing this thing right now. I bought this beast from canadagamingcomputers.ca. I'll take you through my purchasing experience, and then I'll show you how it performed during my first weekend with it. The online store that I ordered from even posted on their website that they bought their inventory before the big 2026 RAM price hikes. I think that less than $3,700 US or 5,000 Canadian is a steal, considering the fact that I didn't have to build this thing and I skipped the price hikes coming this year. But let's test this thing out and see if it really performs. All right, welcome to Cyberpunk on a 5080 with frame generation and all the stuff.
Hello?
You don't believe in no fate. Every day digging the grave. Stepping up here with the snakes. City of dreams, city of gang. You don't believe in no fate.
Can't stop digging Night City.
City like any other, just bigger.
Nah, mano. Not just any other city. Morgan Blackhand, Andrew Wayland, Adam Smasher. Legends are born here.
City of dreams, city of Scully in the gullies, yeah. Bully in the burrows,
Man, I'm starving. Let's grab a tight bite. What do you say?
Jackie, they're locking down Watson, remember?
Oh, shit. You're right. Is it just me, or... fucking knew it. Laying on our ass, tailing us. Chingado. I don't like this shit. Not one tiny bit. Scab! Hijo de puta!
Fucking drive, Jackie!
Come on, feet!
Can, keep her steady!
Hold tight, V!
Holy fuck!
Mierda, perdón! Got you, asshole! Feet! Chingado! Scratched your baby up pretty bad. Sorry, V.
It's okay, it can wait. Let's just focus on getting home.
Well, that was fun. All these games perform amazing, especially with frame generation turned on. I'm getting 150 plus frames per second in most games without frame gen, and with frame gen, it's more like 350 frames per second, which is crazy. The difference between the two is really noticeable. Like, not only do games look better with the settings turned up, but they run better with frame gen, and everything's buttery smooth, super responsive, and an absolute dream so far. The purchasing experience with canadagamingcomputers.com was not great, I'll admit. The website's good. You can customize and kind of build your own computer on there. There was a sale on. They hadn't raised their prices because they purchased their inventory before the price hikes on components. So that was nice. That's why I benefited, and that's why I chose to pull the trigger right now. But the reason I say the purchasing experience wasn't that great was because the order tracking didn't work at all. Even now, several days after I received the computer, it still says that it hasn't shipped yet, which is annoying. When you spend a bunch of money on something online, you really want the order to be tracked properly. If you're anything like me, you're anxiously awaiting your package, and if you don't know when it's going to show up, that kind of sucks. So I had no idea when it was going to arrive. I think the order tracking probably usually works, but for whatever reason, it just didn't work with mine, and it took 25 days from the day I made the purchase to when I received it, which is quite a while. But when you're having somebody build a computer and ship it to you, I mean, it kind of makes sense. The thing that doesn't make sense to me is that on their website, you can pay $300 Canadian extra to have same day shipping on your computer, which I'm struggling to understand why they can push one out in one day for 300 bucks, but it normally takes 4 weeks. Anyway, I don't know what happens behind the scenes, but I also don't know where houses their equipment because they don't tell you at all. All in all, good prices, good website, good product. I just was a little bit annoyed with the lack of order tracking, and it took a little bit longer than expected, but that's okay. Would I use them again? If they fix their order tracking, I would. Their support was awesome. They have an AI chatbot for support, which some people might groan, but it was so human-like. It was like 99% human. Really difficult to tell that it was even an AI, but I figured it out. And so I really like their support. Yeah, I don't know. I'm on the fence if I would use them again, to be honest. I haven't had any real issues with the computer itself, but I'm curious what you guys think. Did I overpay? Should I have waited for the bubble to burst? I mean, I saved about $1,200 buying the computer right now instead of waiting till later in the year like I had planned. So I think it's worth it, but maybe I'm justifying it a little bit. Let me know. Thanks for watching.